welcome back to my channel. I am Canadian Simmer, and today we are doing the Condemned House Challenge created by Gizki. So essentially what Gizki did was build this house and make it look like an abandoned home. What you saw me do there was take all the boards off of the windows and everything kind of blocking the house and shutting it out essentially. And so it's kind of like a redecorating challenge. You're seeing me work around the outside here first, just doing a little bit of landscaping, changing up the stairs and adding a kind of back patio. Here the fencing is going in. The video is a little bit quick just for the sake of time management here. So yeah, just working on the back patio here and adding in some stairs. I really just wanted to kind of get the outside looking really fresh and good before I hopped on to the interior. So picking out the decking there, and now we're gonna change up the roof. You will see me at some point actually fixing the roof because there was a bit of a roofing problem in the attic area. Just adding a nice seating area out here on the front deck, and of course now working on the front patio area. Little trick of mine, I like to use fencing when trying to get a straight line with the, what do you call that? Like the painting for the landscape. I can't think of the word right now. Anyways, just a great way to kind of make sure that everything does stay straight and has nice lines. Pardon me and my voice there. It is going on me. Adding in on the back patio there, barbecue, hot tub, or spa bath, I believe, as many call it, and a monkey bar set there for kids. Hopping on to the interior of the house now, we are adding in some interior lights. I knocked down quite a few walls here, and just working on the kitchen at the moment. So now that I've kind of knocked down a lot of walls, I am going through and recoloring them, really just making this more of an open concept kind of house, giving it that contemporary feel with bright, cheery colors and just making it feel naturally light. That's just kind of the homes that I'm used to, and I imagine that if I were to get a house that was quite a bit older, I would eventually at some point, you know, with having money and things like that, open up a few walls, make it really nice and colorful. It's just something I could see myself personally doing. Here's where I was talking about me trying to fix the roofing there because it went through the attic. I eventually do get it to work, so yeah. Just trying, I wanted to move the stairs. I wasn't like super crazy about the placement of them once it was more of an open concept, but they were in fact the best spot for the stairs, or it was the best spot for the stairs, so that's where they left. Changed up to some hardwood flooring in there, tile in the kitchen area here, yeah. Putting in some countertops. Just, yeah, working on it. I really just kind of wanted, this weird modern, but almost not kind of feel, so that's where you see the contemporary. A little bit of a time jump there, just again to get things to fit in. It took me a while to sort out this kitchen how I wanted, and I wanted to put the half wall there to give almost the feel of kind of a breakfast bar. Unfortunately, those aren't the easiest to kind of do, and by breakfast bar I mean like my friend had like counters that went into her dining room area, but they were like, the counters are taller, and so it gives the appearance of almost like a half wall, and like with full walls on either side of the breakfast bar area. Unfortunately, we can't do that in The Sims 4, so I just make do. I make do the best I can, but hey, we have half walls now, so that's all good. Just adding some clutter here or there. It was getting a little too cluttered, so I think I do remove a few things. But yeah, that is pretty much where the kitchen's gonna end up being. And just changing up actually getting rid of the spandrel there. I just felt like it didn't fit very well. Now we're moving into the living space. I just really wanted it to feel homey, not necessarily modern or traditional, but just kind of what an actual I shouldn't say an actual home, what most homes kind of feel like. Like your couch might be a little bit older and kind of worn in, but it's still really comfortable. And just going through and decorating now. I do end up adding in a fish tank. There is no fish in it, but for when your Sims do go fishing, feel free to add any kind of fish you want in. It's kind of cool. Here, I did something neat with the shoe racks and kind of hid part of the shoes into the TV stand there, but it just looked, it looks very natural with the placement just being where it was. And I added a guitar into the living room too, just trying to add a bit of different skill-based things into the home for different Sims, depending on what their likes and dislikes are. In the dining room, just giving it still a bit of a classic feel, kind of a nod towards the house that it once was. There, the half wall opening and the center of the dining room don't actually line up perfectly. I chose to go with the center of the room versus the center of the half wall, just because the doorway there kind of also opens everything up, leading into the kitchen. So I did take out a bunch of doors too in the beginning there and just put in a bunch of archways and just putting in some nice little clutter items about. Choosing some window coverings now, changing up the ones in the kitchen, going for the nicer, what I think is nicer draped ones, and now we're into the bathroom. Again, very light colored whites and kind of pastel pale blues and seafoam greens. One thing I do realize now after the house is built is I did a lot of kind of bluish tones, other than in the kitchen, which kind of had I believe that burnt orange accent wall color, kind of a burnt orange, yeah. Again, the master bedroom on the main floor here also being a kind of seafoam green color, adding lots of potted plants everywhere, just to really give that place the natural feel that I was kind of going for with the natural light. And what am I looking for here? Oh yes, here I'm just using some of the debug photos just to give something different to the house itself. Lots of rugs kind of out and about everywhere. Now that I'm living in a house with hardwood floors, I'm definitely getting used to use of rugs and placements of them, because I definitely do not have rugs on my carpeted floors in my old house. I snuck a toy box there under the stairs. I'm hoping it's usable. If not, I put a bunch of the toys on top of the dresser here. And yeah. So 2 children could live in there. You could make it a 1-bedroom room. That's the wonderful thing about downloading homes from the gallery, is once you have them, you can change anything you don't like about it. But yeah. So again, thank you to Gizki, the amazing person who created this house. It's a beautiful home, and it was a lot of fun to kind of make it my own. Yeah. I love the layout of it though. It was really well done. This attic space becomes an office/storage area, and I really tried to make it give that feel of still being an attic despite being the storage area. What I was doing with the stairs, just really trying to match the banister with the hand railing. Really hard to do. The ones that I think are supposed to match, they don't really match in tone. Now this little cutout here, I wasn't really sure what to do with it. It does end up becoming an art area. You will have noticed that there were, I've put in the computer already, the skeleton guy's kind of in there, and blue bookcase this time around. Lots of paintings about. I kind of just started getting the sense that for this home, it would be kind of like a scientific sim and a very artistic sim perhaps would live there. And then you'll see kind of just boxes of stuff, like next to the desk there, that just give the appearance of we kind of just use this to store a bunch of stuff, like our extra furniture is up here, but hey, we can kind of turn it into a little bit of a meeting space in the office a little bit by throwing a potted plant between it all. But of course the sketches for the artistic sim just kind of end up being up behind all that. So yeah, it was kind of cluttered up there, but that was purposeful in that attics are generally not the most organized places in people's homes. But this family also needed an office for whatever reason and a painting space. So yeah, just doing some more landscaping, adding a few more trees, and there will be lots of shrubs. I really wanted to emphasize the landscaping a bit more. Sometimes I tend to push that to the side, especially when there's a budget in the home builds. With no budget this time around, I was really able to just have some fun with this. Adding some shrubs, and then I'm integrating lots and lots and lots of sunflowers. I really just got into the sunflowers with these like blue flowered hedges. Adding some rocks and things around just to give it more of a natural feel, and then afterwards terrain paint. That was the word I was trying to think of earlier. Terrain paint. I will go around with the terrain paint just to give it more of that feel of realism. Added a giant rock there in between the stairs in the back. Yes, that is the right word. And just putting lots of flowers around it to kind of hide the rock a bit more and make it a little bit nicer in the backyard. Give it, what do they call it? Curb appeal, I guess, is what the term is when you're looking for a house. Here I am going around terrain painting everything, just to make it a little more natural. And yeah. So this was really fun to do. If you're looking for a fun home challenge, this is definitely one of them to try out. So these are the pictures comparing what it looked like and then what I changed it into. So in the attic space there is the painting and office area. Here's the master bedroom. I tried to do them from the same angles just so you could see. As you can tell, it's much brighter once I added in lights and gave them brighter wallpapers. It's just kind of, and a lighter floorboard too, just really kind of brightened the whole place up. So yeah, I hope you guys like this house build, and I will talk to you all next time. Bye for now.